金秋10月，坐落在12803 Scarborough 的汉天卫视迎来了一位特殊客人，著名美国媒体人 Amezcua。曾经22次获电视最高奖艾美奖的 Amezcua， 在汉天卫视主持人周正的带领下，参观了 HTTV， 并高度赞扬了 HTTV 在美国少数族裔为电视媒体所做的贡献。特别是令卡洛斯颇为感动的是， HTTV 将自己的平台有机地融入了洛杉矶国际主流媒体，比如每天翻译播放大量 CNN 的重点新闻，并经常派记者采访主流社会的新闻，在华人与主流社会、主流文化与国际文化之间架起了一个重要的桥梁，并在国际媒体中扮演了一个重要角色。
It's my hope that HTTV and Southern California will connect in ways that we've never connected before. This is an opportunity for the future for us to be able to converse, to understand each other's cultures, to grow, and to have a happiness and joy between both cultures, to be able to enjoy each other's experiences and realize that we're really not that much different, that we are basically the same, we have the same desires and joys, and HCTV will help actually make all of that happen and make it possible. To me, it's very impressive to see what you all have done here with the Chinese and American multicultural environment in the studio and in this environment. I think it's terrific that we have connected, that you and I have connected, and that our cultures have connected, because there's no way that we can escape each other, right? We live together here in Southern California. The U.S. and China are very much connected in business and in media. Hollywood and China, of course, the panda movies are huge. Everything is going very well as far as that is concerned. The cultural aspects, I think, of what we're doing here in America and what you're doing with HTTV really connects us to you and makes us really friendly, professional. The business is great. This is a terrific opportunity for us to really extend a hand of friendship and fellowship and create programs together.
各位观众，这里是周正访谈美丽人生。大家今天又给大家见面了。今天我们请到了一位特别重要的嘉宾，那他就是来自于 CBS、Fox News、NBC， 他做了40年的，在美国做了40年的电视著名的主持人他就是Carlos Amezcua. Hi, today this is Zhouzheng Show and Beautiful Life. Today we invited the very special guest. He is Carlos Amezcua.
Amezcua, yes.
Amezcua, yeah.
Right.
And he's working for the American media as an anchor for 40 years. So welcome to our HTTV.
Thank you. It's
welcome
great
to the
be
Zhouzheng Show and
Great
Beautiful
to be
Life.
here with you, Joey. You can call me Carlos.
Okay.
We're friends.
We're friends, okay. Yeah, according to your experience of the media experience, you working there 40 years, I do a lot of research in the internet about your...
I hope not too much.
And I saw you interview a lot of people, very key person like the Jimmy Carter, 4 presidents like the W. Bush, father President
father
Bush,
and son, yes.
and senator right now, Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
And you got the 22 Emmys awards.
Yes.
I am very honored to invite you here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
I want to ask you, what are the beginning, what are the biggest reason make you involved in the media circle?
Well, I think as a young man, I was very curious about the world, and I wanted to know the world. I wanted to know what was going on in the world, and I didn't think I was interested in storytelling just yet. But my vision was to go out and understand what other people live like. So right out of high school, when I went to university, I decided that it would be fun to go to Europe. So I went to Europe and learned all about the European culture, and really decided that that's where I wanted to be. That was going to be my focus, is that I wanted to be a global citizen. I wanted to be able to get out in the world and tell stories, shoot beautiful, at the time it was film, right? And tell great stories from different parts of the world. That was kind of my hope. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. I mean, at the beginning, you don't really know. And so I worked at small TV stations, and I told stories, and it was terrific. It was a great experience. And I became a journalist by practicing. So I did the work. I learned how to tell stories. I learned how to use all the equipment, all the tools that a journalist needs to tell a story. And that's what really gave me the impetus to become a really seasoned journalist and travel the whole world telling stories.
Okay, you work in the Fox News 7 years,
Yes.
and CBS, NBC, and several
KTLA
and
in Los
KTV.
Angeles for,
yeah,
17 years.
So you work all the TV station. What TV station really gave you the important experience to as a professional, anchor?
Every place you work gives you something different, right? I'm learning something new today at HGTV. This is a wonderful operation. It's great to see the kind of work that you're doing here, and it's very important work. I think I'm best known for KTLA for the 17 years that I spent there. I started in 1991 there. We created a show from nothing. We started in a very small studio. Not a lot of people watched, but we built a program that the people could connect with. And so we had very special people that I worked with Sam Rubin and Mark Kriske and Barbara Beck and Eric Spellman, Michelle Ruiz. These are very, very talented people. I was lucky. I got connected with very, very talented people. Our production team was great. Len Goodside directed, and we had just a wonderful experience. That's what I think is the most significant part of my career.
Because you are a talented person. Because when I do research of this, your biography, I saw you are a compilation artist, you do painting, you do writer of the song. A little bit tell me about that, because you are a journalist, you are a professional anchor.
Well,
how you juggle all these things together?
Well, it's funny, but I think human beings are very complex. We're not just one thing. I'm a musician, I play the guitar. I'm a painter, I like to paint. I'm a father, I'm a grandfather. I like cars. I used to collect cars. I don't collect cars anymore. But I like a variety of things, and I like different kinds of foods. I enjoy different things. And I think as human beings, we are much more complex, much more diverse than people realize. I also love the ocean. I love to climb mountains. Traveling, all those kinds of things. And I think what that does is it makes you a well-rounded person. And so I appreciate the arts, I appreciate good music, and I appreciate other cultures because of all of that. And that makes, I think, a better storyteller, because that's what you and I do. We tell stories, we interview people, we talk to people, we become friends with people, and that gives you something really to hold on to in your life.
Okay, so there's a Chinese proverb. I don't know you know that.
Probably
not. I see the Chinese. Okay.
Yeah.
与君一席谈，胜读十年书. Their English means conversation with a wise man is worth 10 years of study books. I want to, according to you, you interviewed the 4 presidents, or Jimmy Carter and W. Bush. Who really, all the many hundreds of people,
lots of other people,
I know you interviewed the fires and the earthquake, or many breaking news you do when you do the anchor of the Fox News and NBC. Who really gave you this impressed, you really get some inspiring, you really get...
Yeah, that's a tough question, because so many people inspire me in a different way. I think that of the really important people in the world that I've talked to over the years, I'm going to say that Colin Powell was one of the most impressive people I interviewed.
Colin Powell,
former Secretary of State, General Colin Powell, a terrific human being and very, very knowledgeable and great spirit, very warm, very impressive person. The other person that probably impressed me the most was Barbara Bush. President H.W. Bush's wife. The white hair.
She's very character.
Oh, no,
she's
very
direct,
very strong woman. And I had occasion to interview her a couple of times, and once she was campaigning, and once after he won the vice presidency with Ronald Reagan. And I went to their home in Houston, and there was a real interesting connection between us, and I talked with her, and I think what was happening is that she really exudes power and strength, but quietly.
Oh, wow.
And when you talk to her, you understand why she's the wife of a president, the mother of a president, and the mother of governors, right? This is a very, very strong woman who demanded the very best from her family. And so when you talked about I've interviewed movie stars and presidents and senators and congressmen and mayors and you name it, everybody, right? Everybody comes across, but there are certain people who really change you, and I think Barbara Bush did that for me.
Wow, I heard the story. I'm very impressed with that. Okay. Yeah. Our show is the Zhouzheng Show and a Beautiful Life. So what does a beautiful life mean to you? I know you travel a lot of places, you meet a lot of people. What does a beautiful life mean to you?
Well, there's nothing more beautiful than children. And I have many of them. I have 5 children and 11 grandchildren.
Wow.
And when you look in their eyes and you see just how excited they are every day just to be alive and to play and to discover new things. And when you get a little older, like I am now, you realize how blessed you are to have them in your life. And I don't think we realize it when we're younger, but as you get older, you understand how important it is that we love our families, love each other, give them of your experience, and then they give you back love and respect and honor. That to me is what's really beautiful. The other thing that I believe in is being still. We live in a very busy world. Busy, busy, busy. Traffic, work, professional, meetings, airplanes, airports, hotels. Go, 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 go. It's really important to be still. Kind of breathe, understand, take it in. And that, I think, also helps you become a better person.
Good. Okay, here is the Zhouzheng Show and a Beautiful Life. 这里是周正访谈美丽人生。那我们今天访问的是非常非常著名的美国主持人，他是已经工作在这个美国媒体这个各大电视台，包括 CBS、NBC and Fox News 工作了40年。那么今天很荣幸的请到了这个 Carlos。好 ，Thank you everybody watching the Zhouzheng Show and a Beautiful Life. See you next time. Carlos Amezcua 早年担任洛杉矶 Patriot Radio 的广播下午谈话节目主持人，并从2007年至2013年6年间担任 Fox News KTTV 的新闻主播。在近40年的新闻主播生涯里，获得过22次美国电视最高奖艾美奖 Emmy Awards。Carlos 从1991年至2007年作为 KTLA 的资深记者、主持人，活跃在广大观众的视线里。曾担任 CBS News、NBC Night News、CNN and HBO American Undercover 的节目主持人，现为圣地亚哥 KUSI TV 新闻主播。
Next to where we were standing. It was a scary sight, and I think it was scary even for veteran policemen, veteran newsmen, and for all of us that were there.
Thank you very much, Carlos, Andrea, for joining us.
We think back to 1993 when the terrorist attack that hit the parking garage of the Twin Towers. Osama bin Laden and Sheikh Omar Abdel Rahman being convicted of the crime, but Osama bin Laden still at large and claiming responsibility for that attack.
Police even pushed our cameraman around.
And beginning to loot.
Eric, I'm going to interrupt you. We've just received a bulletin, an urgent bulletin from Mayor Bradley. The curfew now extends to the entire city of Los Angeles.
We're feeling another aftershock. We're feeling another
we've got an
aftershock
aftershock
here.
coming through right now.
It's one of it, more than a dozen that we've felt since the initial
They
quake.
have told us that we will feel aftershocks for the next couple of days. Running for governor, Jerry Brown, right now in our studio.
They've had so much corruption over there, so much abuse of their power, that we need a court-installed monitor.
But right now, there's people in place right now that are currently running it, and earlier in a news conference, you called them squirrely. What did you mean by that?
Well, we've been discussing, my lawyers have been talking to them, said, look, we put a monitor in, that's good for you, it's good for the city, it's good for the public. And they give us one story after another, and they hem and they haw.
Well, no, wait, hang on a second. I've got a letter here dated October 8th. They're not hemming and hawing. They're willing to cooperate with you. So why are you saying that?
That's not true.
No,
that is not true.
No, this letter says they're willing to cooperate.
That's what I mean. They're squirrely because they write letters, but then we call them on the phone.
But it's in black and white, Governor. It's right here.
Hey,
you want to see the letter?
Wait. Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, take a
You
look.
believe, that's my whole point about these guys.
Okay.
I had my lawyers call them today and say, you know, what's their problem?
What was going on inside of you at that time? I mean, you were riding a wave there that you were the envy of every man in the world. Tell me about what that felt like inside of you.
Well, to do something that you really believe in, to make some difference, accomplish something, and be successful at it, there's really nothing more satisfying than that. It helps you establish a sense of personal identity, but it really makes you feel as if you're doing something worthwhile.
What drove you to be such a champion for civil rights and for openness in this area?
Well, it was the other half of what I was all about.
Let's face it, the California dream is a bit tarnished these days as companies leave because of high taxes and a tough regulatory environment. Tonight in this Fox 11 News special, Saving the California Dream, we'll hear cold, hard facts from businesses that have left and hope from innovators who share their success stories. This is San Diego's beautiful Coronado Island, home to the Naval Special Warfare Center. It's made up of SEALs and SWCC. But what is SWCC? You're going to find out about that a little bit later. But first, the SEALs. Welcome to Showtime in Room 56. All of those long but fun hours of rehearsal are about to pay off. This is one of 15 performances for the Hobart Shakespeareans. It's sold out, so sit back and enjoy A Midsummer Night's Dream.
We've got squid, we've got octopus. Mark, if you had hands like this, you could point to every place on the map and maybe get it right.
Well, what the football game is key on here is it's a big game. People have to pay attention to what's going on.
Can't smile without you. Can't live without you. Wake up so happy.
Why do I feel like I'm with the Muppets? Well, good luck, Carlos.
Hi, this is Carlos Amezcua, and you're watching HTTV.